the facts right and alerting you to weather danger. This is KTXS News at 5.
A historic vote in the UK to leave the EU. How their decision is affecting our campaign trail and economy.
And many of us are seeing this when we turn on our faucets. It doesn't look good, but it is safe. We checked with the city to find out just what's happening.
And our temperatures today actually a little closer to normal for this time of the year. Will this stay this weekend? Your forecast is coming up.
While we slept, the United Kingdom voted for a drastic change. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us this Friday. I'm Bray Blunt.
And I'm George Levesque. Thanks for getting your news with us. The UK voted to leave the European Union overnight. More than 33 million people in England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Gibraltar voted in the referendum. In the wake of the vote, Britain's Prime Minister David Cameron, who was against leaving the EU, announced he is resigning. Cameron says he will remain British Prime Minister for the next 3 months to steady the country, but urges England to have a new Prime Minister by October.
I will do everything I can as Prime Minister to steady the ship over the coming weeks and months. But I do not think it would be right for me to try to be the captain that steers our country to its next destination.
As you would imagine, the vote sent shockwaves through the U.S. this morning, rocking Wall Street and the campaign trail. Karen Kaifa explains.
A small margin with a huge impact. That's everyone but the UK. In Washington, Karen Kaifa, KTXS News.
All right, let's take a look at just how much that vote hit the U.S. economy. Look at that. The Dow taking the biggest one-day loss since last August, down 611 points. The NASDAQ, they have not seen that big of a loss since 2011, ending down 202 points.
We wanted to find out how people who moved to the U.S. from Britain feel about that vote. We spoke with Richard Ember. He lives in Brownwood and has since December of 2012. He moved to Texas to help run his mother-in-law's insurance business. Ember believes the narrow vote to leave shows the divide in the country, and he says friends and family overseas tell him they feel unsure of what's next for the country. But when asked why Britain reached this point, here's what he had to say.
The working man, the blue-collar workers had really felt that they had not been listened to over Europe, immigration, trade tariffs and things like that. Saw the opportunity to give the establishment a kicking and did.
Ember says he didn't vote in the British election, but says that if he did, he would have voted to leave.
Let's turn to our weather back here at home. Not a scorcher out there, but we're definitely glad you had the AC on. KTX's chief meteorologist Mark Ballard here now. And Mark, how's it shaping up for that weekend?
Well, temperatures are pretty close to normal for this time of the year.
The former president of the Wiley Fast Pitch Softball Association has 10 years to give back more than $45,000. Candace Raymond pled guilty to stealing the funds this morning, along with the restitution. Raymond was arrested back in March of last year when the association's treasurer noticed issues with the bank accounts. According to court documents, Raymond spent the money playing bingo, Facebook games, and writing out checks to herself. The money was stolen over a period of 18 months.
If you're having a problem with brown water coming out of your faucet, you're not alone. The city of Abilene speaking out now about that dark hue and wants to reassure you the water is safe. KTXS reporter Alicia Rush spoke with the city and asked what is exactly causing this problem. Alicia, what'd you find out?
Well, Bray, the city says that the unusual color can be blamed on the large amount of rain that we received over the last several months. It's created a chemical imbalance, and although it's unsightly, they're certain the water is safe to drink.
When you turn on your faucet, you don't expect to see this.
Tonight at 6, we'll tell you what the city is doing to try to correct that imbalance. George?
All right, thank you so much, Alicia. The family of an inmate killed in a prison bus crash last year has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the Texas Department of Corrections and the Department of Transportation. Jesus Reyna is one of 10 people, 8 inmates and 2 corrections officers, killed in January of 2015 while being transported by bus from Abilene to El Paso. It happened on I-20 in Pinwell. The bus hit an icy patch. It went through a guardrail, down an embankment, and then as you see there, it struck a moving train. According to the lawsuit, the bus driver employed by the TDCJ was driving too fast for the icy conditions of the road. The lawsuit also states that TxDOT failed to repair the severely damaged guardrail. The NTSB blames the crash on a piece of displaced guardrail.
Are you looking forward to shooting off fireworks for the 4th of July? A lot of people are, and fireworks sales kicked off today in Texas and will last only less than 2 weeks. And if you're going to buy those, you need to remember this. It's illegal to possess, sell, and shoot fireworks off in the city limits. If you're caught doing that, you could be looking at a Class C misdemeanor. By the way, fireworks stands remain open until midnight on Independence Day.
This weekend, the city of Abilene is showcasing ways for you to get healthy and fit this summer at the Community Garden Dedication and Resource Fair. It is going to be happening tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 at the Mercy Healthcare Center. That's on Shelton Street. There's going to be free food giveaways, live music, gardening basics workshop, even a Zumba presentation. And for more information, you can call the number on your screen. We'll have that on our website as well, KTXS.com.
More than 45,000 people jumping into the pool today. Not all the same pool, of course. Today was the world's largest swimming lesson. People in Abilene celebrated it at the dive spot. Thousands in 24 different countries had that swimming lesson today. It started in 2010, and this was an effort to cut down on the number of drownings every year by helping people learn how to swim. And of course, we say this all the time, but we can't say it enough. If you're a parent, put that phone down if you've got kiddos in the pool and just pay attention to them no matter what.
Keep an eye on them. All right. And they're going to want to be in the pool because it's hot out there.
It is. It is classic summertime heat. We are not tracking any rain or storms to make them leave the pool. We are looking at just some fair weather cumulus clouds outside. We'll have your weekend forecast coming up next.
And still to come, a raging wildfire claiming homes and now lives. We'll tell you about the fight to stop it from spreading.
And the Disney Beach Resort, where a toddler was attacked and killed, has reopened. We'll tell you about the changes, though, that they have made there to keep people safe.
Getting the facts right and alerting you to weather danger. You're watching KTXS News at 5 with Bray Blanks, George Levesque, and Mark Rowland.
We are putting rain chances in there for Monday, slim chance on Tuesday, and then maybe some again on Friday. But the best chance looks to be on Monday.
All right. Thank you very much. It is nice to see that we still haven't hit that triple digits, though.
Yes, we're avoiding it so far. Maybe we'll get through the month without it.
We'll all hope for that.
There you are.
Next on the News at 5, while we have dried off from record rainfall, other parts of the country struggling with record flooding. We'll show you more of this devastation. Devastating flooding in West Virginia. Take a look at these during the state, including 2 young who slipped into 2. About 500 people were trapped overnight in a shopping center when a bridge washed out. The flooding is caused by storms that dumped nearly 10 inches of rain in some areas.
A wildfire has forced hundreds from their homes tonight. Many won't have a home to return to. The fast-moving fire has killed 2 people. Their bodies were found today. About 350 firefighters were battling the fire last night, but numbers are now nearing some 700. Stephanie Ramos has the latest.
Billowing smoke and fiery flames have consumed communities in California. Wildfires have burned nearly 2 million acres. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Walt Disney Resort reopened its beaches just more than a week after an alligator attack. That attack killed a 2-year-old boy. There are new times beaches are open, as well as signs and temporary barriers to keep the guests safe. State wildlife officials say they believe the gator involved in this attack has been killed. They do not plan to hunt anymore on the Disney Resort.
All right, next on KTXS News at 5 o'clock. This isn't a typical park. President Obama made a part of history today. We will explain how. The United States has its first national monument to LGBT rights. President Obama designated the new Stonewall National Monument today. It is the area around the Stonewall Inn in New York City. It includes this park, the inn, and surrounding streets and sidewalks. The Stonewall made history in the 1960s when patrons fought back after a police raid. It sparked the modern LGBT movement.
A good book, a glass of wine, and fellow shoppers. It's an idea Barnes & Nobles is testing out. The bookstore is piloting serving beer and wine in 4 new stores. Some stores will be getting food as well, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The new stores will offer a larger cafe area to accommodate more people stopping to eat. But you won't be seeing this in Texas in the near future. The new stores to offer this are in California, New York, Minnesota, and Virginia.
There is a new addition to the menu at Burger King, Mac and Cheetos. Yeah, it is a deep fried shell flavored with Cheetos dust, stuffed with mac and cheese. They say it's kind of like a mozzarella stick. It'll be in select locations starting Monday.
Okay. I mean,
you know, it could be the best thing ever.
it could be. And you know what? I have 2 little boys that are probably going to want it. So I will let you know.
Please do. I might have a salad instead.
I thought maybe I might try it. Yeah, I don't know. All right, up next, you need a way to cool off this weekend. We're going to tell you about some movies in those nice air-conditioned theaters next.
Some news out the fleet of jet based with a complete rebellion of struggle saves the Confederacy during the war. This week, rated R.
And also, Independence Day. Remember that. Teams the common enterprise battle rated team.
I bet they win, by the way. And the shows go their fun included beach, but finds yourself in the great white shark ever good. This is rated PG-13.
Advertisements for that one, and I thought it was like a scary movie because it's an intense trailer that they've got going on.
Well, battling a shark is not a
scary
easy thing. Yeah, I saw Jaws.
Okay.
First came out. It's still scary. We are looking at some fair skies around our area, and temperatures are, well, about normal for this time of the day and this time of the year. We are looking at no rain coming our way to spoil your barbecue plans this evening. Storms way out to the west, so showers around San Antonio, Austin should fade. So 91 degrees at 7 o'clock, 80 at 10 o'clock tonight. We're down to 73 for tomorrow morning. We're going to keep the forecast dry for Saturday. A slight chance of a shower for Sunday. Better chances may return for early on Monday and stay with us into Tuesday, but right now only about 20% chance of rain.
I have a feeling some of you have been watching the news today going, something looks a little bit different. It does. We got some new backdrops here. Yeah. So if you were wondering what's different, that's what it is. All right. Thanks for getting your news with us. And we'll be back right here at 6 o'clock with the same backdrops.
We will. And we will be the same people as well. That's going to do it for us. World News with David Muir is next.